minute or two slow.
We are live.
Okay. Good evening. This regular meeting of the Trenton Parks and Recreation Board on May 12th, 2026 is called to order at 6 o'clock p.m. Will you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Miss Butts,
Here.
Miss Dirth,
Here.
Miss Lucas,
Here.
Miss Hale,
Here.
Mr. Wazalowski,
Here.
Mr. Phillips,
Here.
Mr. Mello.
Here.
Thank you. And I would also like to recognize Mrs. Fields in attendance with us this evening as our alternate. Thank you for being here again. We appreciate that. Next on our agenda this evening, we have approval of minutes. I will need a motion to approve or amend the minutes of the April 14th, 2026 regular Parks and Recreation Board meeting as submitted.
So moved. I'll second.
Motion was made by, I believe, Ms. Butts, seconded by Ms. Lucas. Roll call, please.
Miss Butts,
Yay.
Miss Lucas,
Yay.
Miss Hale,
Yay.
Miss Dirth,
Yay.
Mr. Wazalowski,
Yay.
Mr. Phillips,
Yay.
Mr. Mello.
Yay.
Moving right along, we do not have any presentations on our agenda this evening, but it is now time. If anyone from the audience would like to address the Parks Board, we would ask that you step up to the podium, state your name and address. Thoughts, ideas, just let us know you're here. Anybody? Okay. Then we will move on to unfinished business. The first item under unfinished business this evening is an update regarding the Veterans Memorial.
I have two updates to give the board today. The first is that handout for the quarter one. Is it quarter? Yeah, quarter one. So January 01, 2026 through March 31st, 2026 from the Middletown Community Foundation. So we will get quarter two in a few months. And when I get that, I will make sure to give it to the board. And then the second thing is I did not bring the images for the Veterans Memorial today. Staff is working on getting correct renderings of that so we can actually see what it would look like. So as soon as I get those, I will have them to present to the board.
Great. Anything else with regard to the memorial that anyone would like to add this evening? Okay. Next, we have a discussion regarding the suicide prevention signs at Home Avenue Park and Community Park.
I'm sorry, I should have put update. So the update regarding that is that both of the signs have been placed at the parks.
Nice.
So I will now keep that off of the unfinished business.
That's okay. That's okay. Next is an update regarding the Little Free Library at Home Avenue Park and Community Park.
Okay, so staff does have the two-door blue libraries. They have both of them in their building. Right now, we're trying to find a date that would work well to have a little ceremony, and maybe Mrs. Sturt's daughter could come and take pictures with the Public Works crew and then put some books in it. So just waiting on a date to get them put up.
That's great. And lastly, under unfinished business this evening, we have an update regarding the splash pad at Community Park.
The update that I have for the board is that the project's still ongoing. There was more setbacks. Right now, they're not sure on June 6th if it will be the date or not. So more to come on that as we get updates.
I went by there this afternoon and saw that they were working. So it is in progress.
It is in progress.
I know they extended another year warranty on it, but Yeah, they gave us another year warranty on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are just moving right along tonight. So, under new business, we have an update regarding our 2026 community celebration sponsors.
Okay, so I wanted to share with the board our sponsors for the 2026 season. So I have a printout there titled 2026 Community Celebration Sponsors. So we ended with 15 sponsors this year. Last year we had 11. This year we had 10 that returned, 5 were new, and then 2 did not return from last year. The new ones are Barn and Bunk Farm Market, Trenton Used Store It, Carvana, Alta Fiber, and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 648. Those are the 5 new. The rest are returning sponsors. So totaling all together, this is $36,500 of extra funding towards the community celebrations for 2026.
That is a great update. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And thank you to our community partners for helping make such a great difference.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, everyone. And then I do want to mention that First Financial Bank, they will come into the Thursday, June 18th council meeting to do a large check presentation. And I think I do want to mention a lot of our sponsors are pretty excited to get involved in our events this year. And a lot of them in particular want to be in the parade, which I think is very nice. They want to be in the parade.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did I see a hand go up for comment? No, just a little movement out of the corner of my eye. Okay, that's great. All right, well, we'll move on to reports by the board or city administrators. We'll start with Ms. Moore, our events and volunteer coordinator, for an update on all of the great things we have coming up and or have experienced to date.
So the first thing on the list is the Earth and Arbor Day in the park. I just wanted to go over it really quickly. Went really well. I think that, it went better than I could have imagined. I loved the idea of combining the 2 events. I was a little worried that it might get confusing for folks, but I think it turned out pretty good. We didn't have much of anything to take back, which is really great because last year we had a lot more that I took back with us. And we had no bulbs, hardly any seeds. All the trees and shrubs were given away at the very end. And we did fill almost all 5 dumpsters. Some of them, like I think 2 of them were more like halfway, but we did fill the dumpsters. The document destruction was a great ad. I think that was Dale that suggested we added that, and that went very well. I think a lot of business owners in town utilized that.
Great.
And then the drug take back was the most successful to date here. They had, I believe, 64 pounds.
Wow.
So it went very well.
That is a great report. It was a beautiful day, too.
Yeah.
It was.
It was, yeah. And thank you all for being there and helping and volunteering and supporting.
Yeah, it was nice to have a lot of other organizations involved that volunteered and all the help up front with getting the seeds and the bulbs and everything ready too. So it's
Yeah.
truly a community effort.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yeah.
It really was.
Good job.
Thank you. Next up on the list is Springfest. So everything's going good with Springfest. The only thing that is keeping us back right now is the volunteers. While I have the microphone, I do wanted to give a shout out to Miami Machinery and Overpeck. They had 17 employees sign up for shifts.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yes. That is very amazing. And they're very eager to be there that day. They're going to be there passing out popsicles as well. We need roughly 20 volunteers still. And In order to get the t-shirts in on time, I really need to know them within a week. So, if anyone knows any wonderful groups that we could send this to and just get a couple of sign-ups here and there, let me know.
Okay. Is there a way to push out the link again? Maybe with a volunteer still needed or
Yeah.
something?
I will. I did, I think
I know
last
you
week
put it
I
out.
did.
Last week.
Yeah. And then I shared it myself, I think, over the weekend
Okay.
again. I've went to a few luncheons the last week too to try to recruit people as well. So,
Okay.
The next on my list is movies in the park. So I apologize for not having a flyer yet. I was waiting on two pieces of information before I could order, and I'm still waiting on one, but I will definitely have these in time for Springfest to start giving those out, and I will have all the movies on one flyer with the activities. I did give everyone a printout just so you can visually see what we're going to do at the movies this year. All activities start 2 hours before, with the exception of the August movie. That one is a 3-hour activity, and that is in case Cougar Fest still wants to join us. And then something I wanted to mention is this year, we will have one shelter dedicated as a quieter area for kids maybe to visit. So I'm thinking coloring and then something STEM related in this shelter. So we'll always have the inflatables or, some kind of activity to do. But if we can incorporate that during each event, I think that would serve us well. So that first one is Zootopia. We're trying to go completely like police officer themed for this. So Detective Bundren, he is going to host a station where you get kids' fingerprints. And then they're talking about hosting Franks with the Fuzz again. And then I'm going to rent an obstacle course. And then I do need volunteers for that as well, and then we will portray it as like the junior officer training course kind of thing. And then the Minecraft movie, we have a Minecraft bounce house slide combo. The game truck will be there, and then there will be a STEM building coloring option in the shelter. David, we will have 4 sports interactive inflatable games, and then a dunk tank, and as well as the STEM and building coloring option. And then for the Wicked movie in September, we have, so the witches will actually be visiting Elphaba and Glenda. And then for Glenda, there will be a bubble truck there. And for Elphaba, there will be a potion making station.
Fun.
So those are those activities. And then Dale, Mr. Perry and I, we actually went to the gold medal shop in Cincinnati, and we got us a bigger snow cone machine.
Thank you.
We checked out some stuff, and we got us all set up on snow cones this year. We're good on popcorn. Ray and Karen have made sure of that. And then the only other thing I wanted to say with this is instead of using the shelters for our popcorn and snow cones, I actually am just going to do pop-up canopies, and we'll do one on one side of the walkway and one on the other, so we're not running into that line issue where people aren't really knowing where to start and where to.
Okay.
That is all the updates I have on the movies. Next on the list is Let Freedom Boom. There's no handout for this. Everything is still going great with Let Freedom Boom. The 2 things I wanted to touch on was the tips training. So we are going to, most of the Parks Board members, if not all, I believe, are willing to sign up to take the tips training, which I have that up on my computer. And after the board meeting, I want to get us all set up on that, so you guys can take that between any time now and July 2nd. It's a 3-hour course online. There's that part. The other part of this that I wanted to mention is that we have 2 awesome Parks Board members that are gathering raffles for us to help us raise funds, and that's Miss Lucas and Miss Fields, and they have been doing a phenomenal job
Absolutely.
with these donations coming in, and
If I,
it's looking very exciting. So thank you, ladies.
if I count it, we should have about 30.
Great job.
And even if we combined, combine some with others to make them bigger,
Hmm.
it would still be anywhere from 20 to 25. So if we needed to split them and do something for Fall Fest, we could. There are some, though, that we can't. We have to use it specifically for the July event. But
And one piece of information I have with that is the ladies in the finance group up here when you first walk in, they are on board and more than happy to sell raffle tickets beginning Monday. The event's Thursday, so they're going to start selling tickets in the building Monday, and we'll have all the baskets out for display out here. Just another attempt to get raise as much money as we can.
Nice.
and I have Marcy will present to council. I have asked her if they would combine and do a basket from council. So
Great. We are still looking for parade participants, so feel free to send me any groups that you think locally would want to join in or be a part of it. And it could be youth groups, nonprofit, business, anything. Anyone that wants to join in Trenton.
Are we doing the parade?
Parks Board is.
Okay.
I will be at the park.
Okay.
The next update I have, this one's a quick one for the Picket in the Park. I have all the signed contracts back. And then I wanted to mention Vicky Sasser with the Dulcimer Museum down the street. She has a group called Buckeye Strings that plays. Last year they had played at the festival and they have agreed to play again. So there's an intermission time that they'll be playing at the shelter. So thank you, Vicky, for that. And then the final thing on my list here is the Veterans Memorial 5K. So I actually have received some phone calls about this within the last couple of weeks and months, people wanting to know when the registration was coming out.
Nice.
So I went ahead and got that started. I did some thinking about our registration fees from last year, and I did lower them a little bit in hopes that we would get more participants. Because if there was one thing I heard last year was that the fees was too high for people to join. This is our second year doing this, so we'll try to go a little bit less and see if that works better for us.
Are we doing the shirt sale?
Yes. So what I printed out is what that Eventbrite form says online, just so you guys could kind of see it. It is 10 a.m. It starts at 10 a.m., ends at 12 p.m. I see the date's not on here for you guys, but it is Saturday, October 24th. And those registration fees, so last year I think we did $30 for an adult and then $15 for kid. So I did 10 for kid, 20 for adult, and then I made this family deal that ends up saving you, I believe, $20 if a whole family wanted to sign up. And then, of course, we'll have a ceremony beforehand like we did last year. And t-shirt is available for purchase through that website. I have that picture. This is what we did last year. I loved it. I think it turned out great. There's nothing I would want to change about it, but I wanted to ask you, the board, if we thought we should change it this year. So that's that. That was the back. The front did say something on the chest about and there's sacrifice, and then it said Trenton, Ohio.
Mhm. I think it might have had the year
Yes.
on
Yeah.
it, or yeah.
There's a couple, I don't know how more expensive, like if maybe like a hoodie or a crew neck. There were some people asking if we could offer that.
I got asked that as well. I can look into that with EAS Sportswear. Thank you for bringing that up, Miss Lucas.
Are you changing the shirt color from the previous? Like, if this continues, the reason I ask is because the Flying Pig, the front is similar every time, but the colors are different, or just ever so slightly, aside from the year, obviously. But people get very into collecting them and feel
we
kind
do.
of proud of that. And so,
Yeah.
if this continues and grows, it's kind of like bragging rights. Like, oh, I have the shirts from when it first started, kind of a thing.
I think that's a good idea.
That is a really good idea. I don't frequent 5Ks, so I wouldn't know.
Maybe like a gray.
I don't frequent
Yeah, that's
5Ks, but I
because
like
word that came in
t-shirts.
mind
Yeah,
when she said that too. Maybe a gray.
a gray,
What color was
a
it
light
last
gray
year?
or dark gray?
It was black last
like a
year.
heather.
Yeah.
But I like that idea. It's a good,
Yeah.
good suggestion.
Yeah, our church does the Matthew 25. They have a 5K every year, and they do different colored shirts also for each. But same way with different team.
Do they keep the same logo each year?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just color the shirt.
same logo, just different.
Yeah.
Color shirt.
Set of it.
And they change the year. And if it like it becomes an annual, then they are like, oh, this is the third annual. They put that somewhere on it.
So they changed locations, so that'll be on there. Like this year, they had it at Summit Park, so that was different than where they had it last year. So that does change. They
Mm-hmm.
can change location.
I like that idea. And then including like second annual or something would be nice as well. Maybe on like that front chest part, or I
Yeah.
don't know. I'll have to see where it fits. Those are good ideas. Thank you. And as for my reports, that's all that I have.
Okay. Well, we just really ran right through that agenda.
We did.
Thank you very much. Any comments before we draw this meeting to before this meeting comes to a close? We'll start with Ms. Butts.
I just want to continue to thank Mrs. Moore for keeping all of this organized. I mean, you're doing a lot of work that makes it really easy for us. We say it a lot, but you need the pat on the back every single time. And thank you for the suggestion for the snow cone machine. And also to everyone in the community who is volunteering, continuing to volunteer, and our sponsors that makes all of this possible. That's all I have.
I wanted to thank Josh Stapleton from Edgewood City Schools. This year is the first year I've really noticed that each event has been shared, some even a couple times. So I feel like that's a great partnership to have and to even build upon, to share regularly with our students and their families. I also drove past the roundabout today and saw the mulch that he talked about last meeting. It looks really good. I wanted to acknowledge Public Works. I also wanted to thank all of you guys for taking the time to listen to my daughter and encourage the free little library. I think that it will be a really cool way to not just serve our community, but communities are coming and visit our splash pad and things like that. I'm wrapping it up. I would like to welcome.
Take your time. Take your time.
I wanted to welcome Tim too for your first official
Oh,
meeting on the
absolutely.
board. As always, thanking Kelsey for the Earth and Arbor Day Festival. I thought it was really great, and I thought it was a really great kickoff to show that the community really wants these events. And at the end of the day, like the actions show, like people are showing up and wanting to be there. And then I had two teen boys come up to me at the end, and I think teens don't get a lot of good reputation at parks in general. You see a lot of comments. Really polite and respectful. We told them about all the giveaways. Didn't go through, as you might think about a teen, grabbing all this stuff. We're like, thank you, ma'am. May I please have a water bottle? So complimentary, so sweet, and then just went on their way back to playing basketball. So I thought that was a good reflection of our youth out there at the park.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, I wanted to thank Christina and Donna for our all of our raffles and all of the fundraising you've done. I think it seems like people might be confused that the Parks Board is not its own entity in its own way. Like, we are a separate group of people, and we are just volunteer community members, and that takes a lot of time that you offer because you care about your community and you want to make a difference. And I think that's a big deal, and I think a lot more is happening than people realize of people trying to make our community a better place. So that's all.
That's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. First, I just want to say Earth Day was great. It kind of blew me away. I had a couple people come up to me and say they never knew about this event, and they thought it was just at Founders. I think maybe we need to go around to a different park maybe next year. We have a couple other parks in Trenton. If we can look into another park to set up there, it's an option. Also, everybody be safe this weekend. I know people are setting up for yard sales. And those that are graduating Friday at Edgewood, congratulations. Those that want to support and volunteer, the link is out there. Sign up. 20 more people, please. Thank you to all that have donated for our baskets. It's really awesome. Just say yes, 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 we'll donate. Thanks, Donna, for your help and being willing to go out there. Thanks to the study building also for their competition with these baskets. So also just be on the lookout for our upcoming events here in the city of Trenton and ways to serve. And thanks to all you guys.
Mr. Wesolowski? Next.
Say ditto.
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 Pretty much covered it all down there, so thank you guys.
Thanks for the welcome. Proud to be sitting up here, and hopefully I can contribute. Everything's looks like it's on its way. I'm just trying to hang on and catch up, so I might be lagging a little behind, but I'll catch up a little bit. But appreciate everything you guys could do.
Thank you, said everybody covered everything. Well, the women down there, they got everything.
I heard a comment when
Starting
we
down
first,
there next week. or
first
next
started.
month.
Yeah, when we first started.
And we all need to wear our favorite sports team.
Well, I have
Yeah.
to delay till next week.
Right, yeah. At the beginning of our meeting, somebody said it looks like a junior high dance here. All the girls are on one side and the boys are on the other, and but that's okay. It works for us, and I'm glad that it does. And I will sum it up by saying ditto as well. You guys you captured everything very eloquently, and we have a lot to be proud of, not just as a board but as a community. There are lots and lots of great things happening, and sometimes it is easy to get mired down in some of the not so popular topics, but I find that those are the times that we really do need to lift one another up and continue to focus on all of the very, very many good things about our community. So thank you to everyone. The date of our next meeting will be Tuesday, June the 9th at 6 p.m. So with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Lucas, seconded by Mrs. Dirth. Roll call, please.
Miss Lucas,
Yay.
Miss Dirth,
Yay.
Miss Hale,
Yay.
Miss Buck,
Yay.
Mr. Wozolowski,
Yay.
Mr. Phillips,
Yay.
Mr. Mello.
Yeah.
Okay. We are adjourned at 6:30 p.m.